Yeah, I think so. Obviously, it would have been nice to get maybe one or two more wickets this evening, but I think the pitch is still playing really well, and it's obviously such a quick scoring ground with a lightning outfield. So I think, yeah, obviously an important session tomorrow morning, and the game's poised in a pretty nice position.
And how are you feeling personally after following up the big 100 at Trent Bridge, another one against an exceptional attack here? In yourself, feeling pretty on top of the world?
I don't want to say on top of the world just because look, it's a long series, and I think obviously a lot to be done in this game still as well. So I think yeah, it's definitely one that I really enjoyed. Disappointing not to kick on this morning, but no, really happy with how I went about and played, and happy with where my game's at. So hopefully I can kick on.
And obviously, for whatever reason, you've been in the conversation, people chatting around your position. Is there anything about that sort of conversation, being in the wind and having that competition coming up, that has brought out the best in you these last 12 months?
Potentially. I wouldn't say I've tried not to let it affect me too much. To be honest, I think there's been, yeah, I know there's probably a fair bit that's been said, but for me, I've just been trying to make sure my game's in as good a place as possible, and when I get in, trying to make sure I do make the most of it. So, yeah, I've tried to sort of let the outside noise do its thing, and just trying to make sure my game keeps improving, and I get my sort of headspace in as good as possible place too.
And with that in mind, with this innings and all at Nottingham, have you ever felt more settled in that role of three, and like you're doing that job as well as you've done, really?
I feel like, yeah, maybe, yeah. Look, it's early in the series, and there's a lot of stuff to be done. And I think I've had some real good series, and I've had some slightly not so good series. So I think that's just kind of the way, I guess, batting at number three can be. Sometimes you might get a ball with your name on it, and you might think, "Oh, I'm out of nick," when you're not. So yeah, I think my approach is just trying to take each game as it comes, and yeah, hopefully continue cementing that spot.
Okay, we'll go Chris, Stefan, and then Mike, please.
Ollie, the way you carry Brook advanced down the pitch, the Boomer first thing seems to sort of set the tone for you guys today. Just how good was that innings from Harry?
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievably skilled. Even I think the pull shot he hit in that first over for six, I was like, where did that come from? Like, everyone knows what a fantastic player Harry is, and I think try to be able to sort of put a guy like Jasper Bummer off his pace a little bit with a shot like that early on obviously shows the confidence that he has in his game, and it's obviously well thought out as well. No, I think that was an unbelievable knock, and I think he read the situation really well. I think he obviously took on that newer ball. He batted for a while with that softer ball, and still hit some strong shots. But with the newer ball, he was aware that it was going to nip a little bit. But I think he really made the most of that, and that was a really important knock to get us obviously just seven behind rather than a little bit more.
And how important is he as a player, almost to kind of get the swing momentum back towards you guys, the way he goes about his business?
Yeah, I think all of his best knocks, he's pretty much done that. I think you look at how he played in New Zealand, in those 200s that he made. They're on pitches that were offering a fair bit, and to be able to kind of put really skilled bowlers under that much pressure shows exactly the skills that he's got. But it's not just slogging. It's very well thought out, and kind of trying to read the bowler a little bit too. So I think, yeah, the ability to kind of flip a game. I think we were kind of sitting, if he batted for another hour here, we could be in an amazing position. So I think that just shows the kind of skill that he's got and power.
As vice captain, how much input did you have into the decision at the toss? And was there any point on Friday when anyone was thinking that you might not have made the right call?
I don't think so. I think naturally, when you see a score like that, you think, I should have batted first. And I think, yeah, we were good on day one, didn't get our rewards, but yeah, I think at the time everyone thought the pitch might offer a little bit more on day one. I know generally on a day one pitch in England, that's probably when it's going to do its most, sometimes relevant of what the clouds and the sun's doing. But yeah, I don't think it was the wrong decision at all. I think, yeah, on another day we might get a few more wickets, and credit to the Indian batsmen. I thought they batted really well on it as well, and dealt with the swinging ball too. So yeah, I think, and we know we've had some success chasing at this ground too. Obviously, probably for the last 3 or 4 games or so. So it's easy to sort of look at and say, oh, you got to bat first, but it's no, it's hopefully it can play out into our favour in the end.
What about now and the prospect of a chase? Because there's a couple today that started to take off, 50 started to look a little bit dry.
Yeah, there's 2 balls on the same spot, very wide. So, look, we're well aware that the pitch is slightly drier with the sun that we've had than your natural English pitch going into day 4. But in general, it's still playing really well. So I think we've got to just keep being positive, and it's such a quick outfield. So we know that we can sort of have spells where we do score quickly. We'll have to absorb pressure at times and score quickly at times too. But yeah, hopefully the pitch stays in a good place.
Just one question each going forward now. So Mike, Will, Vish, and then we'll finish with Simon.
Ollie, has Brookie got any reason to reproach himself for playing that shot on 99? Because there's only 14 England players in history have ever been dismissed for 99 in Test cricket.
I mean, look, he was pretty gutted to get out, but he's a pretty good puller as well. So I don't think so. I think he'd like to either keep it down or hit it for 6 next time. But yeah, he was as frustrated as anyone to get out. But I think he's plays the shot pretty well.
Well,
Ollie, some of the criticism of your batting in the past is focused on how you start your innings, but a feature of how you play both Trent Bridge and here is how calmly and composed you started. Have you done anything different to help with that before you go out to bat? Has there been any change of approach, or is it just that's how it works?
I think something that I got better at even in the New Zealand series is just it's almost just trusting my game a little bit more, not feeling like I've got to rush to 30 to then really feel in. So I think it's just trying to enjoy the process of building an innings rather than just I want to get to 30 to then make a big one. And there's nothing really I'm doing differently kind of before I go into bat. I think it just comes with playing and working out what works well for me. So I think it's making sure my game's just in as good a place as it can be to feel like I can sort of absorb some pressure if I need to, but also be real clear in my game plan as to where I want to score. So I think that's probably just the main thing for me, and it's trying to be as consistent with those bits as I can.
Vish one and then Simon with the last one, please.
Hi, congratulations again. I just want to take you back to the final over of yesterday. Just conditions were pretty treacherous. Bumrah was being Bumrah, and Brook was seemingly facing this longest over because of all the no balls. Did you say anything to him, and like how impressed I suppose were you with the fact that he was able to quite literally walk off, and you also a bit of a smile on his face that he got to endure or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's pretty happy that it was a no ball when he got out. I think that's probably for the smile. But I think what we're getting better at as a team is working out how people sort of what gets them going in an innings. And I know Brookie early on, he's kind of very focused on his game. He doesn't want to chat. You want to know which way it's swinging, but that's it. So I was kind of pretty happy to that. I was backing up because I faced a lot, so I was eager to kind of take a single to take a little bit of heat off him. But he obviously trusts his defence, got away with that no ball, and then obviously gave himself the opportunity to do what he did today.
Simon, last one, please.
I just want to ask about late innings runs. England obviously mocked up the Indian tail pretty cheaply, and then England's own tail contributed quite a lot, quite quick runs. How important were those runs in obviously reaching parity, changing the game situation, and how important are late innings runs?
Yeah, I think they're really important, especially in England where the ball generally gets softer and the bowlers are tired everywhere, but the ball's softer, the pitch is probably playing at its best. So there are definitely runs to be had, and I think obviously Chris Wokes can offer that, and Brian Cast as well. And I think it was really important for us to get obviously 7 runs behind, but I think 40 or 50 just from a mindset might have been a little bit given them a little bit more confidence knowing that they've got that head start, but almost playing the game from an even playing field it felt quite important. So obviously we got those 2 wickets. They played nicely. I thought KL Rahul batted really well. So it's important for us to get some early breakthroughs, and everyone can contribute to that in the field tomorrow.